Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I am doing okay. Good morning, Barry Crafty, Heather, and Deb. I need to apologize ahead of time. I am not prepared for anything but chit chat and having a great time. I I'm not feeling so great today, but we're gonna go ahead and work on a few things. I do need to step away for 1 second because my silly self did not get any water to start with. But I hope you all are having a great day. I am doing okay besides the stuff I just mentioned, and we're going to have some fun. Oh, come on, camera. Let's see. All right, there we go. All right, so I hope you all had a great weekend. My weekend was okay. I had a birthday party to go to, a little kid's birthday party. So, if you're a parent, of small children, you know how great that is. It was amazing. It was so much fun. I had a good time for the most part because it wasn't a large gathering, but my son decided to be a bad guest, okay? So I have another party to go to as well on Saturday with him. Good morning, Nix. Hope you're doing well. I woke so you all know that I'm a mature woman, right? Like old lady. And I don't know if it's that time for me to go through the next phase of womanhood. But this morning I woke up burning up and I was like, I need to fix this air conditioner. Like I was on fire. It was so hot. So hot. I did not like it. I did not care for that at all. At all. So I'm going to not hurt my knee, step away for a few seconds and be right back. That is great, Deb. I need to make some cards. I want to talk about something really quickly with this junk journal. I've been going back and forth with you guys, and I'm going to do the second inserts. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do the second inserts alone. I want to do it with everyone. So I've decided, I've made a final thought, and I think that we're going to make them together, the inserts together, only because I think that would make more sense. So you can hear like my logic or not logic and all the other good stuff. So I'm just pulling out some cards from these are some Maggie Home card. I think I usually buy a few of these and I put them all together in different things. I don't know why that's Christmas thing. So what we're gonna do today is just work on that, and we won't do. I won't take up a lot of your time. today, and then I want to make some jewelry or discuss some jewelry making. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make any, but one, two, three. And if you ever notice, like in the when you buy stuff, it all matches. And I want to talk about purchases today. So I went to Michael's yesterday. I went out, hung out with one of my the only friend I have here in San Antonio, the only person that I know that um still puts up with me, I guess. And we went to a few places. We usually go like thrifting together. I like this one better. Thrifting together, and we went to Michael's once it was close to time to get my son from school or whatever. And Michael's has changed their prices on a few things. They actually, I would say they had a great sale or whatever. And I don't know if it's going on right now, but they have their paper pass that was once $20. They have cut the price to $10 now. And if I'm not mistaken, which I could be, I want to say they had a sale on some stuff, buy something, get something half off. So you can be the judge on whether or not you think that's a good deal or not. I can't say. I still like $5 better, but times have changed. Things do go up, and I can't be stuck in the past, right, for forever, because it's not fair to myself to just constantly be like, oh, it used to be this so much money, and now it's X amount of dollars. But at the same time, I think I'm more wise. Dad, why would you write such a You see, I stopped calling my tracks. I was like, oh, beads, huh? Okay. Well, Deb had just said beads are on sale. Good morning, Samara. I hope you're doing well today. I hope you had a great weekend. Actually, I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I know sometimes things just don't always work the way we want them to work, and that can be sucky. Barry Crafty had a birthday last week, in case you all didn't know. Um, and Nick's had one 2 weeks ago. You're not going to Michael's? Well, I'm going to Michael's. Not because I need to go to Michael's, but I want to. I have a want more so than anything else currently to go to Michael's. So I went to Michael's and I bought four things. Five, six. I bought eight things. So they had fabric squares for a quarter. I'll just show you what I got. I'll be right back. I went to Hobby Lobby too, and I didn't buy a lot of stuff from Hobby Lobby either. I have begun to be a little bit better with my spontaneous self-control of things that I want to get because I was thinking I have a garage full of crap as well that I need to use. So I got this cord because I want to try and make some corded bracelets, and these were 50 cents a piece. I didn't get all of them. I only got one color black, and one color beige, yellow, white, off white. And so I was like, this could also work in our junk journal as well. But we're going to use colorful string, and we're going to finish the junk journal on Friday. I'm sure of it. So I got that, and then I got these. I thought these were really pretty, and they were all 25 cents a piece. I only grabbed a few. I didn't grab all of them because I have fabric already. But I thought these would be really cool because these are candy, and I want to make a few journals using this fabric, and I thought that would be really cool. And see, it's wide enough. I want to try an experiment. Actually, if it works out, I'll show y'all. I'll tell y'all about it. So this would be a great cover of a junk journal, a soft junk journal, not a hard one. So that's the thing I need to experiment with. And so you can just cut this part right here off and this part off, and you would have a decent size junk journal cover. And you can use these strips for other things. So I thought that was really cool. And it was only a quarter versus $2. So I was like, yes, please. So this is all I got from Hobby Michael's. I did not go to Hobby Lobby. We did go to a thrift store. I'm not sure if you all have ever been there. It's like a Last Chance, Goodwill, or whatever. And my friend and I went. And if you've ever seen a Black Friday, back in the day, Black Friday was chaotic. People used to get trampled on and stuff like that. If you ever see that, that's exactly how my experience was yesterday. And it was a little bit off putting, and I don't particularly care for that. I have crowd issues anyway, so it just makes me a little bit anxious. And so I kind of stood back and just watched all the chaos unfurl before I actually went and dug through the thing. And I didn't get a lot. I got a few things that I want to upcycle. Yeah. But I think, if I may, for people that purchase things, it's not about needing to buy or wanting to buy. It's more so, in my opinion, it's the need to get out your home or get out and do things. And I told my friend this before, and I told y'all, I don't have to buy anything when I go to the craft store. I just like to go and look and get inspiration, and just be around other crafty people, and then I'm okay. But today I am going to go to Michael's and see. And I've been trying to find some class beads to go over the string because I want to do some stringing, some string beads. And the last jewelry collaboration that the last, this month, was it? I think it was in March. Yeah, in March I watched a few people from the collab, and they made some beads and they covered up a few things, and I was like, I need those. I don't have those clasps, and I can't use a crimp bead to save my life, even though Deb showed me how before. I can't. I don't know how to do it. But yeah, so that's what I want to do. I want to go to those two spots, and then I need to go and take some stuff for donation. So it'll be a win-win all the way around. Yeah, I think for the most part, for me, going to craft stores is definitely more about being inspired versus saying, "Oh, I gotta have it." Some things you don't really need. You don't need that stuff. So the last time we worked on this Yeah, we worked on this page, and this page is almost complete. I mean, this is complete. The front half is complete, so we're going to work on the back half. Now, with these cards, we're going to just go ahead and try to work through all of this and be happy. With these cards, I would recommend you use them as journaling spots versus putting them in and folding over and stitching them in. But we have plenty. I mean, if you have any cards, you probably have enough to go crazy with. But we're going to just cut them in half or down. I think I had sent Barry Crafty a picture of something yesterday, right? And the thing says FOMO is real. And I didn't know what FOMO was until she told me a couple of years ago. And I think that for the most part, that could be a real thing. It could be a real thing that we do fear missing out on the deals, especially like Hobby Lobby clearance. Because I've said this before, Hobby Lobby doesn't keep a bunch of stuff in stock anyway. They probably have 4 or 5 of those stamps of certain stamp sets, and um, great. Then that's it. So if you don't get to Hobby Lobby like the day of a clearance or a day after the clearance has started, you probably won't get a lot of the stuff that you think you want. And I think that could be some of the things that we have heart palpitations about because we really want to get those things. Like I am eyeing a few things. Uh, like they have some house mouse stamps on sale. FOMO is fear of missing out, right? So, and I used to tell her she used to have in her area, in her particular area where she lived, they had what's the store Tuesday Morning, and it closed down. But I used to always tell her that I would be jealous of the people that would do haul videos from Tuesday Morning, and not because I was jealous that they had more money than I did. I was jealous, and jealous is probably not a good word, but I was like, I want to be able to go into the Hobby Lot, the Tuesday Morning where I live, and buy a bunch of junk too. And I felt like I couldn't because the people that live in my area will go and buy everything and then put it up on sale on another location. And I just didn't like that particular setup, the way they were doing it. So I would always tell her that I was jealous of her because she could go, even though she never had a whole bunch. The same thing with Samara. They always say, oh, I don't have a lot in the area where I live. That's what they would always say. It's not a whole bunch of stuff in there. Um, in the store. So I would always be like, oh, well, I'm jealous of this and I'm jealous of that. But I was never truly like a jealous of the thing. I was jealous that they had more stuff to go and buy. Yeah, one of the Tuesday Mornings, not close to me, it went out of business as well for underperformance. And I thought maybe the one closest to me would have went out of business, but it didn't, which was surprising because they have staff turnover like crazy. But I guess they're performing. And now I don't know if they're performing or not because I don't really go there that often to purchase anything. We're gonna use this sticker. I just need to put on a sheet of paper. I should have did that first. Because I don't like their prices, and they don't have a lot. And I feel like it's a waste of time to go to the store for a paper pad when I can go across street to Hobby Lobby or down the road to Joann Fabric and get the actual thing I really really want. But that's just my how my brain works. Is more like, okay, are you going to go and try to fight for one paper pad, or are you going to go and see if another store has the same thing that you're looking for and maybe get it from that store versus this store that may not have it? And so that's what I have, I've been doing. Oh, my goodness. I knew that was going to happen because I just threw that thing all willy nilly. So we'll be using some tape. I went online to look at the Bearly Art Glue recently, and I could not really find any. I went on to Amazon. I probably need to go to the website and check it out. But I didn't really. And then they had Art Glitter Glue, and Art Glitter Glue seems to have escalated in price. All right, so this is 3 inches. What I was thinking. I do hope everyone is doing well, being productive in whatever way that you deem productivity. I plan on um, being very, very. I have a few videos that I've misplaced because I had computer issues. I had to swap out computers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know. I have a few videos because I still owe the Thanksgiving, the Valentine's Day videos, and I can't find. I don't remember where I placed them at when I was moving files, so I have to find them and finish that. But I want, Easter. If you blink, you're gonna miss Easter, right? And I haven't did anything. I purchased some stuff, and I went to Dollar Tree, $1.25 Tree yesterday, 2 days ago, to buy some of those embroidery hoops that I said I shouldn't have waited because I shouldn't have waited. They don't have any. So today after the stream, I'm gonna go and see. And Friday, Deb Hulk Crafty Cottage, she was live and I missed it because Friday was just crazy. My big roommate and the little guy, I don't know, we just kind of, I don't remember what we did, but we did something. It wasn't really eventful, but we left the house, and when I came back, I was like, oh, I missed the live stream. Like I saw it, and even if you don't say anything in the live streams, it's good to just so you can support the content creator. Yes, a lot of people would, Deb. Um, was it Thursday? If you were live Thursday, okay, so it was Thursday. My son had a program. Yeah, it was Thursday. A school program, a little concert that they did, the kindergartners. And when I came home, I was so pooped. I was just like done. I think I told y'all about that. Was it Friday? Yeah, I think I told y'all on Friday. Um, yeah. If you have the book um at Craft Stash, I bought my books. I bought my things from Craft Stash, but a lot of people are looking for them. The only thing you're gonna have to be mentally prepared for is people like, can I split it? And you're gonna have to stand your ground and be like, it's all it's not a separate deal. It's one whole deal. I had my burnisher right here. So the reason why we put this on here, because if you remember, this page is this page, and I love this. Yeah, I was stressed out. I was really upset about the concert for all the right and wrong reasons. I believed what the teacher told me on something, and then communication issues happened, and it wasn't communicated to me properly. So we're going to uh whenever if you ever prepare for something, like say you're getting ready to go somewhere or whatever, usually you grab all your junk, right? I usually set all my crap at the front door and wait on the men in my house because they take the longest to get ready. I usually have all my crap ready to go. Well, last week I pulled out some stuff and I was like, I'm going to put it in this tub, this bin, this bucket, because she's getting organized, right? Meaning me. And I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here we go. See? Talking trash. Here we go. All right. So what we're going to do here is move this out the way. Someone said it takes them 3 to 4 hours for one signature. And I was trying to rush through it so we could, move on to something else. But now I don't feel so like bad that I didn't rush it. Now, if I put this card on here. Yeah, so the concert, they did a spring concert. Uh, it was okay. I couldn't hear them anyway, so I could not hear my son at all. He was dancing. He was a little bumblebee, and it was cute. And I was just like, I'm so glad I don't have to do this next year. And then the big roommate was like, well, it'll be something else next year. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And then at the party we went to on Saturday, one of the ladies was like, her son is in soccer. And I had said that I would never put my son in any event unless he asked to do it, just because I had a friend who put her son in a lot of things. And I understand why parents do it. So, you can get your child exposed to different things and teach them uh, different things in life. But I want him to be sure of whatever it is, because my son changes his mind quite frequently on a lot of stuff. And I don't want to get him in a program. Let's say I put him in, I don't know, soccer, for example, and he does it for like a day and he gets mad. He's like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'll be very upset because the soccer program that I did look into was not cheap for kids um, his age at the time. But I want to do something for him this summer. And I think I had told y'all, no, maybe I didn't, that I'm a little bit hesitant to have him around people. Even though he's been the whole school year and he's gotten sick quite a few times. I'm trying to pull out some paper out of this notebook. That's why I'm not on camera on screen. Yeah, I I was I live in Texas. So I feel like Texas and Florida are two of the rebel states in anything that we do for whatever reason. And that could be a compliment or not so much. You decide on how you want to take it. And I'm not trying to be, normally I talk about drivers in Florida. I'm not talking about that today. I'm just saying in general. So I'm always nervous about how the parents will behave themselves because they tend to be a bit on the crazy side. And I don't have a bunch of good sense either, especially when it comes to my son. So I try my hardest just to see. There you go. Well, um, you could always stay. I know that's not a real option. I always wish it was though. 5.5. So we're gonna do 5.5. Oh, come on, trimmer. Not enough paper apparently. All right. Yeah. I watched a few. I've been watching a few people talk about like them getting rid of a lot of their stuff and changing their crafty style or whatever. Um, and it's very interesting to see them. Like I've seen people change their whole entire name. And I'm always like, did I miss the announcement? And of course, I have to go back and watch it. And usually, someone is like, yeah, I'm going to be not doing this anymore. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing that. I'm like, wow. And the reasons that they give are always like, in my opinion, valid reasons to not want to do something. And whatever they decide, I'm always like, okay, I support you. And so one of the ladies, her name used to be Stampin' Stilettos, and now she's changed it to I Love Ephemera. And this lady, she's super crafty anyway. So I was like, yeah, okay. I love watching people create random junk, because it gives me inspiration to create random junk. Oh, it's April. That's next month. I think I might take a break from live streaming next month. Um, but we'll see. And in May, I probably won't. Ooh, it's 2 months in a row, huh? right, so we're going to just put a thin layer right here and put this on here. So now I'm going to put this little thin sheet on here. And all the stuff that we're using right now should be supplies that you may have in your craft supply, in your craft setup. If not, use what you have. Rubbing this down. I cannot believe this travesty. All right, so we're gonna cut this down a little bit right here. And if you have, fancy scissors, this is the time to break them out. You don't always have to use your die cuts. But if you have dies and you like to use your dies, then break them out too. I'm trying not to do a lot of die cutting with you all unless it's needed. Like if it's a project that we're doing with die cuts, just because, sometimes it could be time consuming. So we're going to just do two, and we're going to do two separate ways. We're going to do this one this way, so horizontal. Yeah. Next, just take a picture and well, I like stamps, so. But it's, some dies that I have been like eyeballing and would love to get, although I don't, I'm not a big die cutter. I need to do a destash myself. So just gonna do this, and now we're going to. The wind is so windy outside. I'm not sure what the heck is going on, but or maybe that's my neighbor messing with the trash can. I don't know. All right, so we're just doing these cards. If you have these cards, or if you have pocket page cards or project life cards, those would work great in this as well. I know I have a lot of them. And then I have so many. This is the harder in me. I'm like, I don't want to get rid of them. And then I'm like, why not? That's what I'm saying to myself. Like, why wouldn't you want to get rid of them? Because I'll never do like pocket page creations like they're meant to. I always look at craft supplies and I always think about the things that I could be doing to and with them versus what they're initially for. We have an Ollie's here in the area. It's fairly new. I think it opened up the end of last year. And if you've ever been to Ollie's in any other location besides the one where I live, they usually have like a lot of scrapbooking stuff. And so when I asked the lady, I said, do y'all have any scrapbooking things yet? She was like, no, not yet, but I wish. And I was like, oh no. Because she works there. So I'm like, I'll never get any. But I did get my son some drawing pads for inexpensive, like 79 cents and 89 cents. For summertime when he's home attempting to drive mom crazy, he can do that. So we got this little fold over note situation, and then we have this card situation. And then we're just going to leave one blank, just like that. I think I'm going to throw a few stickers on here. If you have a lot of stickers, now would be a good time to pull them out and use them up. I did see some new stickers at Dollar Tree that I thought were really, really pretty. I didn't purchase any. I didn't feel like I needed to get them. So I think I'm going to keep this Yeah, we're going to turn it that way. I was going to keep it. So it says, give me all the grace today. So, it's always good to have like inspirational thing. Wow, that's a long way. So Ollie's, if you know about Ollie's and they have craft stuff, it's always a good time to go in there and look around and see what they have because they usually have a lot of cool, inexpensive things. I think when I lived in Mississippi, I had did an Ollie's haul, and I shared with you all what I had gotten from there. It's always a good time, but if it's like super far to drive, I would not drive. All right, so we're gonna just put one little sticker here and move on to something else. And then we'll start working on another section. I like Ollie's, but I don't go to the one by my house. Well, it's not really by my house. It's about 20 minutes away, 20 minutes away, depending on traffic. I don't go there all the time because they don't have craft stuff. And I don't need to buy other things in my head. I'm like, I don't need that. So I don't go. All right, so we got this. This one says, give me all the grace today. And this is a crooked, stay positive. But you know what? Craft is straight. That's all I'll say. I'm just going to put that right there. And we're going to go back a few pages. We're not going to do anything to this center. And I think I want to leave these line pages alone. I do want to put something on this side. And I did pick up a few pins. I was going to say bobby pins, but they're not bobby pins. They are other pins. And I'm going to be using those. So I'm going to have to make some. So I'm going to put this right here. There we go. And then I think we'll put this page. There. All right. So we're going to use this. I like Ollie's. It's another spot that's like a crafty haven that you only know about it if you went in there. Like when I first found out about Tuesday morning, I was like, "What's a Tuesday morning and what? Why?" And then when I went in, I was like, "Oh, I love it." I shouldn't have fallen in love with it, but I did. And I still like Tuesday morning. Like if I go into another area, um, not in my area, I'll stop in there and see what they have. Because some Tuesday morning areas don't have a lot of crafters. And so it's always a good thing to not worry, go in if you're close by. The same with like some thrift stores. If I go, when I used to visit my aunt, I would go into the thrift stores in Houston because they were a lot different than the ones here. So we're going to just put this blessings here. The precision I don't have. It's great. I don't know what is wrong with me and my being able to apply things down in a straight manner. All right, so there we go. And now we're just going to put this right here. We're going to make a mini little tuck spot. I did see some Aleene's tacky glue, tack it over and over at Michael's yesterday. It was $3.99, and I was tempted to buy some, but I have a few bottles because they had clearance it off their racks a couple of years ago. And so I'm always like hesitant when I see them low in stock. I'm like, what's going on? Michael's, what you doing? Just going to burnish this down with my finger a little bit more. And then push this in like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay. These might fall out though, but that's okay. And now we have this. So this page is good. This setup is good to go. I'm going to move on to the next one. And so this is what we did last week. We just made a page and we set that like that. And I like this. Make sure it's in the right way. Yep, and I think this is book 1, signature 1. So now let's move on to the next signature. And we should go a little bit faster. Hopefully. We shall see. We need to put something on the front of here. I think I'm going to just put this piece in there and not worry too much about it. Yeah, yeah. Well, I understand. I like adhesive, and I was telling my other friend this. I was like, I think the reason why I buy things when I see them on sale is because I have a feeling that the next time I try to buy them, they will not be that price. So I'm like, if it's a good price, and I'm like, oh yeah. Of course, that's just a justification to go shopping, but I like the Aleene's Tack It Over glue because if you decide to unmount your wood stamps, that is what you need to use. I've tried a few others and it didn't work. And I don't want to take the stamp off of the foam mount and buy more foam mount and remount it on the foam mount. The only stamps that I probably would never unmount are the house mount stamps because I feel like they have more value on the wood mount. But, worst case scenario, unmount them. And that foam mount is not cheap anyway. Yep, that's what I was thinking. I did look at some paper trimmers though. Not that I want to buy any. I was just looking at them to see what was going on. Nothing caught my eye, just so you know, but I was looking. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So we're going to put this here. I think we're going to put that there. I want to see if I have a bird sticker. No, I don't. I have some flower stickers, though. Let's see if they don't work for us. I do want to do some vintagey stuff. Not real vintagey, like, ooh, vintage. But I want to do some, like dress form and sewing, things like that. So I purchased this die, a sewing die for $1 from this place. So I want to cut a few out and see how it looks. So we're just going to put this in the middle. I think. Put this like this. And yep, that should go great. Yeah. If I'm not sure if you're going to be taking a stamping platform, but if you are, then you wouldn't need the foam that much. I have seen people make their own foam. They've taken regular foam and glued it on the back of the stamps. I don't know how well that works. So some things, you can't hack. Some things, in my opinion, you just got to go with it. Not everything can be DIY and be as nice as the other stuff. But, people try it. I wonder why Michael's changed their prices, though. It's interesting. Because now Joann Fabric have a $5 deal, I think it's called a hot deal or something like that. And I have purchased a few paper pads from them because the paper pads that Joann have are unique. Some of them are very unique, and then others are like, oh, okay. But they don't all sell the same brand. So yeah, I think, the foam mount, if you go to Michael's, they sell it. I mean, not Michael's, they sell it at Hobby Lobby, the easy mount, but it's expensive. You probably can go online and find some a bit cheaper, or you could try and bootleg a few on some stamps that's not really that important to you and see how it comes out. I do, however, recommend, trying to stamp a naked stamp on there and see how you like it on your platform. I'm not trying to have anyone, I'm not invoking the go to any store situation. I'm just stating the facts. That's all. That is all. I know that a lot of you think that I am an enabler, and I am, but I'm not saying go and buy anything today. It is your money. You do what you like. I can only tell you what I like and things like that. But, do what you feel is best for your crafty situation. I don't know. I don't know. I think I have to be monetized first, maybe. Let's see. Let's see. I can do this though. I can do that. Can you see the poll? Yeah, I made a poll. That's all I can do. I don't know why the other stuff isn't there. All right, so now we're going to go on to this next page. See if I can adjust this a bit. Okay, I think that's good. Now, some of these pages are okay naked, in my opinion. They don't need a lot of work to them. And then some, will require a little bit more finessing and things like that. I do want to put a few butterflies on. All right. So I do want to talk to y'all about something, right? Yeah, I think for me the monetization would be more so YouTube doesn't put videos ads on my videos. I think I'm a few minutes away from watch time. I was at one point, creating a lot of content, and then I've slowed down some, only because I was not feeling well at the beginning of the year, and now I feel a lot better than I did at the beginning of the year. So I'm gonna try to just pump out some content for you all. I like this butterfly. It's probably a moth though. Knowing my luck, I don't know which is which. They're beautiful. Although I just always think moths was like that, like a weird looking color. Um, could I? No, I don't do that. I think I want to use this. I'm going to use a pink one. We're going to make this into a little pocket, okay? So we're going to put it just right here and on the sides. Everybody said yes. Well, thank you. I will keep that in mind. Just going to put that right there. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know. It could be that I'm not monetized. I'll have to look into it and I'll let you know later, Nix, why I'm not. So, you know how we always talk about what we're not going to spend and things like that, right? So, for example, I always say, oh, I go to the Dollar Tree or blah, blah, blah. Well, recently I have stopped going to the $1.25 store because it's $1.25. And I know that sounds real petty if you are like, it's just an extra quarter, but it's a whole dollar. Because normally I would buy 5 things of one thing. And now I can only buy four, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Not a big deal in the grand scheme of things because you're going to buy whatever you want to buy. But, I always say if you can afford to buy something at the time of your purchase, then you buy it then because it might not be available when you go back to get it. They might not have it in stock. And I'm a witness of that because I had wanted to get some of those they call them bamboo hoops, but the embroidery hoops, I wanted to get some of those and try and make a wreath out of that, and I can't because they don't have any more. I'm gonna go to a couple of stores to see if they have them. It's some down directly down the street, and I'll see if they have them where I live. And if not, then no big deal. If they come back in stock, then lesson learned, of course, lesson learned. But I think that that's one thing that you can always take away from that situation is if you can afford to buy something at a decent price, get it then, unless you don't need it. Like, for example, I have a lot of beads, but I don't have a lot of red beads. So if I saw red beads on sale, I would probably still buy blue, green, and silver. But I would be like, okay, we don't have, you don't have any green, red beads. So buy at least one or two red beads to, strands of beads to put into your collection. And that's always something to be mindful of when you're purchasing things is sometimes it's better to buy the things than say I'm not gonna buy the things. I think we're gonna leave that like that. Yeah. Hello, spring. Welcome, spring. Because when you look back, like if you go back and try to get the things, whatever it is, it could be a pair of shoes. If you can afford, I'm not saying, spend your lunch money on some craft supplies. But in general, I feel like that is something. And I have learned that lesson very hard in life. I've told my friends I didn't want something to only turn back around and be like, oh, I really want that. And then they may have to go back to the store and things like that. So over time, I'm learning that it's probably better to go ahead and get that thing and then take it back if you can versus not, because it makes no sense at the end once you go back and look at it. You're like, I should have just did it then. Versus, yeah, the Dollar Tree near me, they have a lot of new craft stuff, which is very interesting. I don't need it, so I didn't buy it. I don't actually want it. I have some other stuff, but they have this really pretty, it's a long piece of wood that says heart, love, home, and things like that. So if you think about it, but if you're into selling things, and I always think about it from that point because I do have a booth that I sell things at, I could buy a few of those things, for example, and make more of those things in different patterns on a big picture frame or whatever and sell it. So that would be the material that I would need to use and then sell it. But I told my friend that, and she kind of looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, okay, you'll see. Because, a lot of people like to put those stakes out in their yard that says like home, welcome, love lives here, and all those things. And then if you poo poo on that idea, then you kind of are selling yourself short when it comes to what you could sell and capitalize on. And of course, it's whenever I craft things like with you all, I'm just crafting for fun. And I had told her recently I need to get out of that mindset and I need to start making things to actually sell for profit. But I also don't want to start working um, and having issues with the creativity, because I think sometimes you can overthink a lot of the process and end up really, really just pushing yourself into a position that you don't want to be in. So I had told her, I said, I need to figure out a few things that I need to do. So here, I'm not sure about all other places. Most of the food items are still $1, right? So I bought some candy from there. It was still $1. I bought some noodles that I wanted to try. They were $1. I probably could have got them cheap at a big, a food store, but I just wanted to try them out, and they were $1. So I was like, okay. So some of the things are still $1, which is great for my cheap self, and then some things are not still $1. We're going to use these two things next. Um, which is very interesting to see how and what they choose to keep as $1 and the other things that they choose to put for. So I want to put this here. Actually, no, we're going to put this in bloom here at the bottom of this, and we're going to make something right there to go on there. So yeah, I back in the day before Dollar Tree went to $1.25, I would always say that stores sell things that the Dollar Tree sell for cheap, for less, right? So for prime example, this weekend that just passed, my son, I need to go to the store and buy something for his friend. So I needed a gift bag and some gift paper. So I went to Ross, and they had 3 gift bags for $2.99. So roughly about $1 a piece, right? Um, and they had gift paper, which I'm going to use for other projects for $2.99, and it was like 100 sheets. And I had thought about it. I was like, how many sheets do I get at the Dollar Tree? You get 25 sheets um, for $1.25. So I got 200 sheets for $2.99, or 100 sheets, maybe 100 or 200 sheets. Maybe it was 100. I think it was 100. So it just depends on, what your mindset is. If you want to go to Dollar Tree for convenience, then of course go to Dollar Tree for convenience. If you want to go for deals, then sometimes it may be better to go to another spot. But if you're going to drive all the way around three, you know, 3 different stores to get something, then it's probably cheaper to get it from your local whatever store. I'm going to put this right here. But it just depends on what you're getting. I think I've always been that person that kind of shopped around and saw the prices on different things and made my decision based on that. That's going to drive me crazy. Um, but, in general, if people decide to spend their money on certain things because it's more convenient, then I can definitely understand the convenience aspect of purchasing anything. Like my friend, we went to, I don't remember what store we went to, and they had water for 99 cents, and I bought some water from there. We then went to the Dollar Tree, and she bought water from the Dollar Tree that was $1.25. And I was like, this store sells that for way cheaper. And she's like, yeah, no, I want it now. But she didn't drink it. So I'm like, okay. I think sometimes also it's a bit of a rebellion, with people. Like I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm only going to the Dollar Tree to buy what I need or want out of there. Versus, back in the day, if you went to the Dollar Tree, you probably splurge a little bit more and buy some things that you probably didn't need or want. And I really only go to the Dollar Tree for craft things or things for my son's school. So like if he needs something, I would get the treat bags and put stuff in there for the kids. But now I don't even do that. I kind of just, I'll move this out the way. I kind of just go to Walmart and get them or wherever and get the, a 50 pack or something like that. It just depends on what it is. But if you see something at a decent price, I would definitely recommend buying it at that time. Because I went to Walmart. See, Walmart is another place. I went to Walmart and I was going to buy some candy. Hi, Don. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. Okay. Have fun. I will watch it later. 2 on a 2 this day. Oh, I can go get tacos. Yes, but I don't need a reason to eat tacos. I like them any day of the week. Don, I'm glad to hear that you're doing better. Welcome back, Very Crafty. Or have you been here? And you saying hi to the ladies. Oh, look. All right. So, Don, I was thinking about you the other day, and my silly self was like, I'm going to text her. I didn't, as you can see, because I didn't see you the message. We're going to put this in this centerpiece, I think. No, this piece. So you see how this stamp set kind of sets us up, right? Because you can't pull this off. If you wanted this whole situation, like this whole thing, you'd actually have to cut it. It's kind of sad. And this whole little part right here, you have to cut that off. That kind of looks bare. Let's see. Still remember, I guess. Okay. Welcome back, ma'am. She probably went to Michael's on this, y'all. And she coming back. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I don't want nobody coming to beat me up. I'm just joking. Just joking. All right. So I pulled out these cards. I thought I did. No. My stomach is grumbling. Excuse me. I usually try to grab a bite to eat, but I was doing something else. Not something totally unimportant, but it was, have you ever have something on your mind? You're like, I got to get this done. I need to figure out why it's not doing whatever it is that it's supposed to be doing. Well, that happened to me this morning. I went down a crazy little rabbit hole. Oh, let me find out. Well, I like Michael still. He a bit expensive, but shoot. Just gonna put these little jewels right here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just like that. And I'm gonna put sing right here. We're gonna put sing on that page. Cut this. I don't know what that noise is. Don, have you crafted lately? Oh, work got you going. All right. I'm gonna leave this just like this, and I'll put one little sticker on there. I went to Michael's yesterday and I bought some stuff because Michael still piques my interest, darling. Kind of, I guess. Not really. It piques my interest, but I I've had better prices from other stores. So I'm not faithful to Michael's. Well, I've never been faithful to Michael, right? Okay, this says remember. We're gonna put never forget right here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I don't know because I don't know. They have some new wood pieces. They have a big butterfly wood piece, like wood veneer. And they have some gnomes, trolls. They have some gnomes. And they have a few things, but no, I didn't see your picture yesterday. Nothing, I guess, worth like writing home to mom about. All right, so this page we're gonna fix this page up because it's a little bit on the funky side. And I think what I'm gonna do is gonna cut this part down that I ripped by mistake, and we're just gonna put that right there, right here. No, right there. Let's see. Do this side. Definitely understandable. Definitely understandable. I don't have Instagram anymore, so and it only lets you look at a few pictures before it's like log in. And I'm like, I can't because I don't have access. So right here, we're just gonna keep this a larger size than normal. We would cut this down, and we're just covering up some of this. Even though I think this is fine, just like that, but we're gonna cover it down. Uh-oh. Well, when you said, well, I'll tell you offline because I was like, uh-oh, about Michael's not piquing your interest. So I'm just gonna, I just glued that down. Something's wrong with my art glitter glue. It is oozing out. I think it's an air bubble trapped in there somewhere that's trying to escape, and so it's oozing out. Yeah, I definitely think it's an air bubble. So we're gonna do this, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of these envelopes, excuse me, these little bags that we had picked up from Michael's, and they do sell these at half price, the sacks and things at half price. So I would definitely recommend to get it there. Hi Annie, how are you today? My go-to craft store is, I'm not a faithful crafter, I must admit. But I do go to Joann Fabric for specific things like their beads. I think they have a better deal on some of the beading things that they sell. Um, Joann's is farther away than Michael's. Michael's is literally 10 minutes away, if that. So we're going to use these two on here. And I'm going to put a little writing right there. Yeah. I I like Hobby Lobby for their, I like all of them. I'm not gonna even sit up here and be like, oh, I like this one better for this. But Joann, I feel like have a better deal. Like this weekend, I think they had a 60% off coupon. I did not take advantage of it. And then I got the message yesterday that said we've extended the 60% off coupon. Didn't even go to Joann yesterday and take advantage of it again. I like all the stores because they all have unique items. But I think Hobby Lobby is most current, and then I would say Joann and then Michaels. Michaels is not current on some of their craft supplies, but I wonder if Cricket is driving the market. Yeah, because they have changed Hobby Lobby. They've changed to how they have their craft section. It used to be dyes, then the Cricut and vinyl. Now it's the vinyl stuff, and then at the end it's the dyes and stuff. And you walk around the corner, and then it's the stamp. So I'm thinking that that's how they have why they have it like that, but I don't know. Um, I'm just grateful they still have the dyes and stuff because I don't use my paper trimmer, excuse me, my paper electronic paper cutter as much as I should be doing it. But my son wears uniform to school, and in a couple of weeks they're going to be able to. They're going to buy. So we just did that. I didn't put a saying on there. They're going to be able to be out of uniform. So I think I'm going to make them a few shirts that have like Thomas and stuff on there. So we're going to leave this centerpiece empty as well. I think I'll put this little bird, one bird on here. And this feels so chalky and it has a little bit of sheen on it. Yeah, the mini cinch looks really nice, but I have a cinch machine. I rarely use it. So that was another enabled purchase from the Wizard. I've used it a few times. I don't use it enough, I should say. So I like this page kind of being like dis- distressed and disheveled, but we're gonna just put this right here. We're gonna make this a tuck. So you can still see a lot of it and all these colors kind of match. Yeah, the cinch, I think that the cinch, you know how people always say, what are your essential tools? And I'm always like scissors, a good cutting board. But I would have to say that the cinch, if you make books or if you like doing that, especially if you like or participate in certain programs, it would be really good to do. If I did more swaps and things like that, I probably use it more often. But she don't swap so that much anymore. And I want to use a little bitty blue butterfly right here. I think if I can find them. I just moved them. So I would like to use my cinch machine more often. I guess I have to challenge myself to do that. Thank you, Don, to do that. Like use your cinch, use it. But I feel like if I do that, then I'm forcing myself to do it, and then I won't. I will not do it at all. I think I'm gonna use this Susan Wingate K and Company. I'm gonna just make two or three quick tags. This is pretty. Yeah, we did two, three tags. Let's see if I find another sheet of paper. Oh, right here. I um I wish that I was around when Can Company was like in full swing because I always find it very interesting that they always have a lot of Can Company stuff on sale, but everyone's like Can Company is no longer in business. I'm like, how is that possible? So this is 4 by 6. So I'm gonna cut this part off. I don't know. Because they always have it at Michael and Joann. Yeah, a lot of people like the makers. Yeah. Don, you're like the queen of tag books, so that would be great. I would love to see it. I would love it. Yeah. I don't know. I use my ScanNCut to make my son's shirts and stuff like that. And lately I've just been using printable um what is it? I have bought some a while back. Jolie's Boutique Easy Image. And I just do it like, what are you doing? And I just use that. Do I want to? No, we don't. We don't want to make tags or anything. We'll leave it just like this and keep it moving. Yeah. Lordy, I apologize. I don't know what happened. Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. What about now? Good, good. No, I'm not advertising for Verizon. All right, so there we go. I don't know what happened to the sound. I just, I don't know. I'm still working out the kinks on becoming a professional streamer. All right, so we're gonna put this little guy right here and get an art glitter glue arrest because it is leaking fast. That's probably a little bit too much. And like I said, it's probably a little bit too much. Today is all about determination and perseverance, right? I'm just gonna keep it moving. Oh, come on. You know, I was just talking about that. I had wanted to try to get some Barely Art glue. Because from what I understand, you well, I want to try it out first of all. And I thought it was a little bit less expensive than art glitter glue, but I went online to look at purchasing some a few days ago and it was almost the exact same price. So I was like, do we really need it? And I noticed that art glitter glue went up because it used to be $26 for the whole thing, the big one, the small one. Unless I was looking at the wrong, the wrong vendor, but it was a bit more. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see you. I know everything's going up, but still, goodness. All right, so here we go. We're gonna put. I need a blue or greeny type sticker here. I want to use this pretty little sundress that they've made into a sticker. just gonna put that there. All crooked and everything. You can't even see it. Yeah, I just wanted to try it. I had heard a few things. One of the ladies locally was like it. She likes it a little bit better for the drying time. She said it doesn't dry as fast as art glitter glue. But for me, I use one. I've realized I only use one of these. One of these can last me a whole year. But I also incorporate other glues to other wet adhesives. So that could be why. Okay, we got too many in here. We're just going to do 3. All right. We'll leave this blank. This I think can be blank as well. We're just going to, I need a clear sticker though. Because a clear sticker would look good on here. But I don't think we have any. So we're going to just use this right here. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say for sure because I don't know. And I'm like a glue connoisseur that knows nothing about glue. I just like them. She had the lady that told me she said she had watched a lady compare all the glues. And I was like, well, is it this person? Is it that person? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay. And she's like, no, it's not her. It's another lady. Because I've watched a few people compare the glues as well. And for the most part, and I had told her the same thing that she told me. I said any water based glue will warp your paper. So you need a glue that's not water based. So like this is not water based and it doesn't warp your paper. And Stamp Girl told me about this glue. So I always try to buy it on sale. This costs $12 or $13 at Michael's. Um, it's cheaper at Joann Fabric with a coupon, and it's cheaper at Hobby Lobby. They only sell I think they sell a 4-ounce containers for $5.99. So you can make the judgment. I'm gonna cut this down a little bit. You can definitely decide on which one you think is more beneficial for your crafting style. Yeah, the art glitter glue, I got it because of YouTube, unfortunately. But it's been good to me. It hasn't done much to me offensively. So I'm okay with that. And then I've purchased the Aleene's because I like Aleene's. Aleene's Tacky Glue, in my opinion, is probably one of the better glues. It's very inexpensive, easy to get. And if you can't afford a big bottle, you can go to the Dollar Tree and get it for $1.25. So it's not, in my opinion, it's a decent deal. If you really want to get a glue. But if you're gonna, buy whatever is best for your crafty style. I'm just looking through this little sticker book to see um, any stickers I think would be cool. I always try to look through these and find the ones with the lines on it and just put it on there. So I think we're gonna take this one and write this right. We're gonna put this right here. Then we're gonna take another one. Like I don't plan. I'm not a planner person, so these always end up being great for these types of projects. And this is the beginner of a basic junk journal. It's a beginner basic junk journal. It's not like a fancy, we're going to do a whole bunch of every extra type of thing. So whatever you want to do, if you just want to get lined paper and put it in there, you can do that. I would have die cut some tags out and made these tags, but I didn't. If you want to, you can definitely do that. And I want to put another picture in here. So we're going to just look really quickly for one. I think this will be a good picture to use. And we're going to make these into, I need 2 sheets. Yeah, Debbie Vignola, that's how you pronounce her last name. She makes and sells little pin cap charms to go on the glue. I lost one of mine. I just went back to Joann and bought a whole bunch. Hi, Christy. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm working on a junk journal, a beginner junk journal because of Heather. Oh, let's see. I don't know what size this is. You broke it, ma'am. That is not good. I went to Joann Fabric and just bought the non-rust safety pin, the pins. And that works fine for me. But to each their own. What in the world? Oh, I definitely understand that. Yeah, they're about the buttons. That is so fun. I bet you're enjoying babysitting. I always see the posts, your Facebook posts. I always laugh when you say that she's gotten you or she's did this to you. Right. And take this. Oh, how nice. I can always send you the little roommate, Dawn. I think you're closer. If you need, if you really need to have a little kiddo running around. I'm always trying to send him somewhere. I don't know if I like this. I mean, I want to keep it. It's an envelope. But I'm not sure if I want to keep it or not. I think I'm going to cut it down. So we're going to cut this down a little bit, like just this much. Let's do 4.5. You'd be sending him right back saying, I did not know. I did not know he was this crazy and wild and rambunctious. But, I can't send him away. His dad would be mad at me. Although, summer is coming up. You can definitely go to Auntie Dawn and Auntie Liz's and Auntie Samara's since y'all all live in the same state. I'm just going to ink this up and then I'm going to put a butterfly something on in a writing. And I'm going to be finishing up here. Yeah, my son think he 22. All right, so we're going to just put a butterfly on here that I lost, and I just had them, and I'm looking at my stack of stuff. It's a hard knock life, I swear, for crafters. Let's see. I thought we'd be finished with this um, today, but I'm guessing wrong. I definitely thought we'd be sewing our signatures in on Friday. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. That math is not even appropriate. I'm sending one and you want me to do three? How does that math compute? So we're going to put this off to the side and we're going to put this right here. It's crooked, but you know what? It's real crooked. I was going to say to do, but it was too crooked. She got to be technical now. All right. Okay, so now we're going to still put something on the top of there because we're going to slide. I'm going to glue this little piece down. That's what they all do. From my understanding, little boys can be quite clever in their not listening. But I don't know. I always just think it's my guy. All right. Oh, I know why I was on mute, because I was coughing. So we just finished our second signature. And I'm, oh, come on. Six going on 22, 35, depending on the day of the week. It is for him. He think he my daddy. He think he in charge until he do something bad, and then he's like, I didn't know, or I don't know, but mommy know. I think I want to make these into something else. Let's see, can we just do this? No, that's weird looking. We need a yellow, something yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. How about heart? Because heart will work, right? Yeah, my little guy is something else for sure. Yes, heart will go right there. We're gonna put this inside of here. I love him to death, though. You know, I wouldn't trade him for the world. Okay, that's our second. Oh, great. It's gonna have to stick. It's gonna have to stay because I'm not pulling that one up. So this is our second signature, our first signature, and then our last signature is this one. Get a little bit of something to it. I think this is supposed to be one, but I ended up, well, maybe it is the first one. I don't know. We'll see. This is either first signature or this is the first one, but I'm going to do a quick go through of what we've done so far, and then I'm going to call it. It must be in their DNA. It has to be in their DNA. Yeah, I don't. My son definitely thinks that he is in charge until he can't be in charge, and then he reverts back to, oh, I'm a child. Ah. So yeah, I made this. I think I made this the first signature because I wanted the person to be able to write down all their whatever. I think that writing in, like this junk journal is for blah 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 whatever. Um, Jelly print pages, some tags that we made a couple of weeks ago. We've been working on this journal for 2, 3 weeks now, and we're gonna bring it to a close. In April, I probably won't live stream on Fridays. It just depends. Um, in May, we're going to be traveling, and so I think I was supposed to put something here, but I forgot what it was. So we're just going to tuck these two in here, and then blank paper. Then we have a little tuck spot here as well. I don't know what I was putting in there. Let's find something that won't fit. Wait a minute. I don't know. That won't fit. That's not going to fit. Maybe I could put some butterflies in there or something. And then some lined paper. So a journal is supposed to be for you to write on mostly, right? How fun. Very fun, Nyx. Yeah, my guy's a fall baby, so we'll see. And I just put this little tab thing here because I thought it was really pretty. And you know what? This is supposed to be a tuck spot, and this can come up and peel off if the person so chooses to do that. This is the other side of this. I thought this paper was really pretty. I just went online and typed in flowers or bloom and pulled it off, and that's how it looks. It's different. It's like water bubbles splashing onto flour, so it's like rain or whatever. But it's green and blue, so it's definitely beautiful, amazing, gorgeous. All right, so then we got these blank pages. I'm gonna have to pull out my doilies and put them in. Um, and then we just did this. You saw we did this earlier. And this is on the back. We just made some line paper, a little pop open. Stay positive. Give me all the grace today. And then this right here. Just random stickers from random places. And here. And then that's signature 1. And then signature 2. We just did signature 2. You can write in. And it's a little book we made last week or week before last. I think it was last week. This page didn't survive that well. I was like the glue person at the factory who fell asleep. Then we got this. I want to pull this up because it's not playing nice with the other paper. There we go. Okay. Annie, you're in Florida too? Then this right here is spot to write. She has a watermelon purse, which is great. Then this, never forget, remember, key to my heart. Just some things people can write on. Just the little cut aparts from different things. Then I made these little, I didn't make the bags, I just put these stickers on there. And this is probably one of my most favorite jelly prints I've done. And then you saw me do this part. And then these right here. It's always nice to have positive words for people to, journal on and feel empowered if they need to be. Because bliss, and you write a note down on why, and maybe a picture. I always think that you could put pictures on that side and write a little note. Same thing, perfect day. I love this. This is like my favorite print, and then an image on top. I love that. But seeing something positive, you can see this little dress right here. I think this is a pattern for a dress. It's really pretty. And then I just threw this sticker on here to break it up a little bit. And then we got this. And then we just did that. It's a date. So you can write down events that happen throughout the book. And then you can just put these wherever you want them. I do think I'm going to have to make some paper clips to go with this. And then just more journaling spot. And we just did this together. So, a person can color, doodle, and write notes as well or whatever. Using a scrap paper if they so choose. Whatever they like. Hopefully Friday we will work on our binding and signature closures and all that. If not, it would be Tuesday and then we'll be done with that because we have one more signature due. So anyway, I want to say thank you all for. Yeah, no. Those jelly prints are from 2019, I believe. I have a whole stack of them. A whole stack. I haven't jelly printed in a while because I never use those, but when I use those up, I'll make more. Because I think, it's good to have a whole bunch of stuff that you can just have and use. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off. I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed. And until next time, happy crafting.